Good morning and welcome to Enterprise Morning on Enterprise Television. I am King the Bodering.
And I am Henry Igwebike.
It's the start of a new day and we are glad to have you on the show. We'll kick off with today's newspaper review before diving into the main conversation of the day. Trust me, you don't want to miss a moment. You can join the conversation by dropping your comments, liking and following us on all of our social media platforms at Enterprise TV 7. Joining us to share the matters at hand is Barrister Tunji Abdulhamid. He's a barrister and a public affairs analyst. You're welcome, Barrister Tunji.
Good morning, Barrister.
For joining as always.
Good morning, thank you for having me.
As always. So let's kickstart today with the first daily on our desk. And what do we have?
Okay, we have The Guardian, and on the top strip of the Guardian, we have Defense Headquarters denies armed forces supporting payments of criminal groups.
And also we have federal government lists 91 public firms for privatization.
Okay, the big story here, we have Tinubu Pali CPC Group says revenue targets met amid data gaps.
And also ADC accuses Tinubu of nepotism as Atiku decries rising insecurity.
Oh, we have enough is enough. PDP governors tell Wike dismiss threats to abort convention.
And also we have CVR. Oshun maintains lead with 474,372 as INEC registers 2.5 million in 2 weeks in the state.
Still, the bottom strip, we have opposition seeks legal redress for Rivers LG poll irregularities.
So, Barrister, let's take a look at what's happening with the PDP. I would love to believe you are very inundated with some of the stories and inner bites of the story. Enough is enough. A PDP governor tells Wike dismisses threat to abort a convention. A couple of days back, we had his guys, the G5 again, coming together after a very long time to do what they know how to do with the PDP. What relevance has that got with the PDP, and do you think that they sound as a threat to the PDP going forward?
Well, they may be a threat, but in politics or in a democracy, it is about majority and not minority. The majority cannot take decision, and minority will come back and say it must be their way. It's not done, and this is happening because of a certain agenda. They have a plan. In fact, they came together and asked for and demanded that a certain thing must be done before that convention can take place. Let's even admit that the party agreed to do that. They will still come up with another issue. This is because all of the people that, particularly the leaders of those people who came together, they've openly declared their support for the president. And so in that regard, they were working very hard to ensure that the PDP that is seen as a major opposition does not find their feet. And so in other words, they are doing a destructive job, trying to make it a imbalance or unsettled for them to achieve their objective. So it's not genuine, and it's not democracy. This is what they call rascality, and it's not good for our democracy. Unfortunately, most people will praise this kind of a thing and tell you that any politician who can do destructive work or who can do damage other party are the one that knows how to play politics. That is what people are who can, if you can manipulate or cause disruption or whatever, they praise you as being a good politician. You see, they unfortunately too. Why I will not be able to say with all my mouth that their threat may not materialize is because of the view that we have a court that can give order at any time. So there's a possibility of them throwing that what's it called? Taking that step, because that is the only step to take now is to go to court. They cannot force anybody not to hold a convention if they want to hold, except there's a court order. Unfortunately, but again, if we are going by law, the court has said consistently that it's a party affair. The court cannot interfere in parties' affair, and the party should be the one to resolve the matter amicably by themselves. Well, like I said, I don't trust our system. Anything can change anytime. So, but for me, It's not a good way of playing politics. It's a politics of destruction, as far as I'm concerned, and that's what they are doing. It's not they are not doing it for anybody who believes that these people are working for their interests. Any other person who believes that they are working for the progress of the country, they are not. They are deceiving themselves, or they are even part of them. For me, it's not a way to go. If you don't like a position of the party, if when the party has taken decision and you can't stand it, you move out of the party, or you take another, or you accept it. And that's what they say in democracy. Majority have their way, while the minority have their say. But in this case, the minority, particularly Mr. Wike, he wants to be the only person who is the owner of the party, who wants to control everything. Whatever thing that is taken, that is not in line with his own interest, must be reversed. That's not the way to run a party. That's not the way. That's not a political. It's not an individual affair. It's a general affair. And as it is today, majority took that decision to hold that conference at Ibadan. So if anybody is saying something has not been done and that which must be done, why was he not at the meeting to challenge it before the decision was taken? It's just a plan, and it's a game plan, and they are working from a answer to question. That's what they are doing.
Okay. Let me bring in this question to you, sir. Now, will the PDP convention be free of chaos given these rising tensions?
Chaos in the what manner? I don't understand. Are you saying there's going to be thuggery, fight, or whatever there? I don't know. I'm not sure. When you talk about chaos, in a democracy, there must be disagreement. People must agree and disagree. There must be arguments. So the fact that there's an argument does not mean people are fighting. It's only people outside the political party that see them whenever they disagree on the position or the interest does not align and they are in the opposing side. People see them as fighting. Yeah. They are not fighting. It's a disagreement, and that is bound to happen. It's how you solve it, how you sort out the disagreement is the issue, and that's why the PDP has been standing, because of a way and manner they know how to resolve issues.
Okay. So, Barrister, so what is
any chaos in that regard, except people who want to flagrantly disobey a law and come and invade or attack? That's when you can see chaos. But that chaos will happen just because people are doing the election. It may not happen, except people who want to deliberately create that chaos or set that place ablaze, or in quotes, ablaze in quotes.
But Barrister, it is glaringly becoming obvious that Nyesom Wike is the owner of the party, because I do not know why the PDP has refused to sack him or to remove him. We've seen a former senator with the PDP who has been removed from the party because they said he was doing anti-party. And here is Wike, who is brazenly doing it with reckless abandon. So much glaring that he feels no one can talk to him. Yet, the PDP cannot ask him to leave the party. So doesn't it mean that Nyesom Wike is, as a person, bigger than the party?
You people are always missing the facts together. Please, can you tell me the name of the minister of the senator that has been sent packing from the party?
I can't get his right name now. He's from the southeast of Nigeria. I think he should be one of the former senator. And I think he should be holding one of the biggest position in the Senate. I can't get his name now.
The problem we have, Henry, is that you people will just sit down and then one individual group of people will stay there somewhere, make pronouncements, and then you people say, party says this. How is that party affair? When people sit down in their ward or whatever and say, so person has been suspended, and you say the party. Which party? When the other person is even saying they are joking. It's not that anybody can come up and say whatever they want to say now. I can also come up tomorrow and say this convention will not hold. Does that mean I'm the owner of the party? Or does that mean I'm calling myself the owner of the party? It's a free. You see, PDP has a free. They give everybody free opportunity to speak, and that's why you see what you are seeing. Yeah, I'm not saying you can. Wike is a very strong stakeholder, and if most time when we talk about Wike as if it's the only Wike that's there. You do not remember again that when that meeting was held and they are making those demands, it was not only Wike. There is Fayose there. You do not talk about Fayose. There is a former governor of Benue State there. You do not talk about former governor of Benue State. Those people are not owner. It's only Wike that is owner. It's the media that's giving these people, this man, this popularity that is not getting, because you attribute what it does not hold to him. And people that's why whenever he speak, that it becomes news, even if it's not correct. And whatever and I've said it, until we stop this attitude of attributing individual position to general position of people, we will not live where we are. Anybody can come. I can also come up with a group today and say this is our position. Does that mean we are bigger than the party, or we are saying we are the owner of the party? He has the right to say whatever he's saying. Whether or not that will prevail is another issue. He can use a strategy and he can use his influence where he is now today as a government to get whatever he wants to get. That does not mean it's because he's the owner of the party, but because he has that authority, that influence somewhere that is backing him. If he tries to go to court now and the court says they should stop the election, you say it's because he's the owner of the party. That was why the court said so. But because he has that influence and the system is not working, if you have a system that will work and that will do the right thing, you will be able to get it. It's because we don't have a system that is working. You see what they call election in Rivers State the last week or so. Is that election? Does that election need to even exist at all? Does the administrator have the power to even conduct an election? Somebody has brought in to come and ensure peace. Peace. His concern is now how to elect local government chairman. You see, sometimes when we say these things and say because somebody speak, I can say my own tomorrow now. I can say I will not be. Well, that was how somebody say Jonathan should come and become president. He wants to lobby Jonathan. They say PDP said they want to adopt Jonathan. Obi, they say they Obi. Is that when did the PDP sat and discuss and say Jonathan is our candidate or Obi is our candidate? You said let's report this issue the way it is. Mr. Sanusi said Jonathan should come and become president. That would be normal. That will not create any issue. Then when you now say because Tunji said PDP will not hold its Congress, does that mean parties PDP says so? Tunji says so, not PDP. So for me, I don't.
Yes.
For me, it's not.
Okay.
The way sometimes the way you report this issue, it's unfair.
Well, the truth of the matter is, barrister is yes.
Mr. Wike, you'll be unfair to him because he's not the only person there. If you are talking about people who are supposed to be sanctioned, they are not even 20. They are not even 50. Even Mr. Seyi Makinde, the governor of Oyo State, he should be sanctioned there too, because he was part of it. Even Mr. Bode George and so many other people. Mr. Fayose, you are not talking about that. So many other of them. Mr. Shrugs and co. So if you are talking about Wike, Mr. Wike alone, because he's in quote, he's saying his own loudly. There are people underground who are giving him the power to do it, because if they don't have support, he will not be doing it. If Mr. Wike is suspended from the party today or expelled from the party today, that shenanigan that's taking place will still continue, because he has people within the party who are doing it for him, and they will continue to do it because they have an agenda. The agenda is to ensure that this party has no peace, so that the Mr. President they want to support will win easily. That is the agenda. It's not genuine. It's not a genuine issue. If they test them today and say, okay, all the things you have said, we have accepted. Tomorrow they'll bring another one. They'll bring another issue. Because they don't want it to hold to, they want crisis all the time, so that they will achieve their objective. These people have said it openly now, that they are supporting a particular candidate. So do you think they will now be working in favor of working for PDP in a way that will not allow that person to win? My only worry grounds of worry is that you people sometimes individual position you would attribute to general position. You say PDP. How is PDP? How is it PDP? Somebody said so. In fact, you people are not even looking the way you should be looking to. People should even ignore it. The people who are calling for this are a minority. Majority have taken decision. Why are you not looking at the position of the majority?
All right. So while we barrister. Yes, while we look at the position of the majority, I think I have an authoritative information here. And this is coming from the PDP now, the majority, like you did say. It's on the Punch newspaper just 8 hours ago. It says the People's Democratic Party has stated that former Rivers State Governor and current Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, cannot be sanctioned for alleged anti-party activities unless a formal petition is submitted with supporting evidence. The supporting evidence, we do not know if all Nigerians can see what the evidence are, but nobody is coming to submit that, unfortunately. And this particular statement is coming from the party's deputy national legal advisor, Mr. Okechukwu Osoaha. So when the PDP is stating that nobody is coming to submit a petition against Yes and Wike, it means that PDP is okay with his actions and his activities.
You miss the point again. You miss the point again. The position that Wike would not dictate to us was by the PDP. Yes, but the fact that it cannot be punished at the one that you appeal to the deputy national legal advisor was deputy national advisor is a supporter of Wike. He's working with them together. No, he's there. Now you did see him yesterday. I saw him yesterday. I watched him yesterday. He was part of the minority we were talking about. So what do you expect from him? So if you have separated it, you combine the party position with that of a deputy legal advisor, making it look like it's a party decision. No, you see, what he said was right to an extent. Mr. Wike cannot, the party cannot, the way the condition is, you cannot say because you want to punish Mr. Wike or Mr. Wike has committed an infraction. There must be petition from his ward in River State to say this man has committed this. Please look into it and sanction him. Have you received anyone? Has anyone from the River State sent any petition in that regard from his ward? So if they now took that step, it will be taken by the court because the proper procedure has not been followed. Those are the difficulties. This man controls his state. The authority in the state is so nobody dare do that. So if there's no anybody that will do that, or if nobody is willing to take that risk, then what do? How can you blame the majority of the party for that? So if there's no petition against me for my constituency, so the national body should just on their own create one and work on it. I even laugh sometimes people when they say there's a meeting. People will say, one of the agenda is to sack Wike. How can the sacking of a party member be at NEC? What will be at NEC is a confirmation of his decision already if it has been made by the local body. You will start from the ward, from the state to the national. If those steps have been taken and it's been affirmed or position has been taken, that's why you now say at the NEC it will be affirmed. All right. There won't be any such. People will be reporting that today's meeting is where Wike will be sacked. And if that did not happen again, they will say, TPP is appointed again. Because they are not following it. They don't know what the procedures are.
All right, Barrister, let's move on to...
It's an unfortunate situation.
Yes,
Mr. Wike is getting away. because he's trying to he's playing dirty politics. And in Nigeria, if we have a law or we have a system that works, it will not be possible. But we don't have a system that works. You can see how laws was judicial in River State. Yeah. The last local government election was disowned by the court because they said they did not give proper notice. Was there any notice given in this one? Talking of being proper. They gave 1 month notice. Even those that conducted the election, SEC, how old are they in office? For them to be able to conduct election when the law says at least minimum of 90 days or how many days the law says that they must give notice. Yes. Do we see that notice? And I will not be surprised if that election is confirmed by the court. I will not be surprised.
Well, barrister, it's actually very interesting because you have a skin in the game. You're a barrister, so it's your ecosystem. And I'm so glad that you are speaking out on this particular issue because the biggest problem we have is people who are member of a community try to defend it, but you are not. So that's excellent.
No, I'm trying to talk as a Nigerian. You see, the system is not only about judiciary. It's not the judiciary alone. It's not about judiciary issue. It's about people that are supposed to take decisions that will not be able to take decisions. When we have, you not listen to the minister yesterday, promising to build houses for judges in Abuja, and you expect those judges a case to come before those judges, and they will not follow his term or whatever he's looking for. They will not give it to him. That is the system I'm talking about.
All right, barrister, let's take a look at another matter here, and this is coming from the Vanguard newspaper. Because of the want of time, let's just go to the story itself. It's on the bottom strip there. States have no excuse not to pay beyond 70,000 naira minimum wage, and that's coming from NECA. Barrister Tunji, Imo State had opened the floodgate that it is actually possible for every state in Nigeria to pay the minimum wage. Imo State is the highest, is paying 104,000 naira. And what's happening in Kwara? Do you think states like Kwara can afford to do more than what Imo State has done?
Let me first of all say that Imo State is has promised to pay or is paying. There is a difference between paying and paying it. This is why we get it confused. And that's why these people in government will just come up with a statement and will take it and say it's been done. He has made that promises or statements. We have not been told that he's been paid already. So don't say he's paying it. He said he will pay.
Wow.
I said I'm not even sure they are able to pay 70K now.
The way he said it.
I'm not sure they are able to pay that.
Why?
They're paying it now.
Why do you think, Barrister? Because the Tinubu said they've given them more than enough money. So why is the governor not able to pay 70,000?
I want to agree with NECA that they should pay more than 70K now. Because bearing in mind what the president said yesterday, that we now have that they've exceeded their target or revenue target. So which means since August, which means that we are in excess now. We have excess now.
There's too much money.
We have too much money now to achieve whatever we want to achieve. So I do not expect to see any borrowing, even though they say they needed to see any borrowing again, whether internally or externally. I do not expect that there will be complaint that ASU cannot be paid because there is no money. I do not expect there will be complaint that health facility cannot be improved because we are lacking money. Because I know if we have exceeded our revenue, which means it means that the revenue targets and our budget, that means we have exceeded what we were budgeted for. That's what it means. So I expect that almost all the things that they budgeted for today should have been almost being adding up or be under control or being say, okay, we are working on them. They are now in progress. I'm not aware that those things have been done now. So I take that as a statement on paper, not in reality. The reality is not showing what the president has said. But I'm waiting for a few months or so when another loan request will be made. And I'll be asking questions. What happened to the revenue that we have, the targets that were exceeded a few months ago? At that time, people will not even remember again that the president made this statement. They will be justifying why we need to borrow money. They know us very well, that whatever they bring, some people will come and justify it, even no matter how clear those things are. For me, I've been free of that statement by the president that we now have more money, plenty money. So paying less than still retaining 70,000 naira when things are the way they are will be unfair. So it will be. I will support them that there's a need for them to go beyond, for state to go beyond and even the state are also saying it that the president is doing them well. I see the president is bringing the money from his pocket. That they now receive more money from the president than any other president. So if they are receiving more money, I expect that citizens will also get more benefits. They are seeing the benefits. The only benefit I can point out in my state now, which is not even to the people, is a benefit of having the tallest flag in West Africa. How food or putting food on the table of the citizen, or how that is bringing money to the state, I don't know.
All right. Yes, Barrister, I wanted you to finish on that because I wanted to actually add another topical point there. It's coming from the Punch newspaper this time around. It's still from Kwara State. Atiku slams federal government as bandits sack Kwara village. Which of the village is it exactly? Because some of these things are a little bit vague.
There are so many villages that have been sacked in Kwara State by terrorists. The Kwara South, there is one in Kwara South, Tabanloma also, I can't remember. There is another one in Kwara North where every place is deserted. You can't see anybody in that community again. They've all left because of insecurity. And the governor is not seeing that as a concern because they are not even showing much, they are not doing anything different from what they have been doing before. They are just lackadaisical attitude. They folding their arms and just doing a visit and donating 10 bags of gari or rice. That's what they do. So for me, they need to provide more security in that area. Kwara is becoming something else.
Yes, exactly.
Especially Kwara North and Kwara. We are now on the news almost every day.
Yes.
For wrong reason, insecurity. People have been sacked from people have been killed, and this is not good for us. Kwara is known as Kwara, state of harmony and state of peace.
Yes.
Today, it's no longer so. I expect that the governor will do more.
Do you think it is politically motivated?
By who?
I do not know, because this wasn't the case before now. Kwara has never been known, for this sort of issues.
Yeah.
Has anybody come out to tell you that? And if they have come, who did they mention? How is it? Even if it's politically motivated, what are they doing to ensure that as a chief security officer or as those who are in charge of security, what are they doing to repel it? I don't want to give that excuse. I don't want to agree with that. And thank God that the state government has not even mentioned it. I don't said anything in that regard. They didn't say anything in that regard, so they know that it's not politically motivated. The only person they will accuse is not it left the state because of them, just coming once in a while to allow them to do what they want to do. And then now, so if you are complaining about that, you are complaining about irresponsibility. You cannot say somebody has forced you not to, has prevented you from eating. You want to eat, and you are saying you're not eating is politically motivated. Is the governor not eating? Is he not paying his allowances? Is he not paying his aids? Why is he not politically motivated so that they will not be able to pay? For me, I don't. It's the failure of government. The governor is not even feasible in the state. That is the point. The governor is not feasible in the state. The situation whereby you run a one-man show, no commissioner can do anything except governor give instruction to that effect. They cannot even give a contract worth 200,000 naira.
Wow.
Some of them can't even buy data. You see, it's only in my state that I see commissioners that will say, I don't have data. That's why my phone is off.
Really?
To me on WhatsApp. I've seen that. I'm telling you.
Is that bad?
The commissioner has told me that he off his data. I was laughing. The commissioner off his data. For what? Even when I'm sleeping, my data is on in the night. When I'm sleeping, my data is on. So a commissioner that he has he cannot. I'm telling you, I can just not mention him. It is not a ESA. He said it. He was relating a story to me that how he missed a call of one of their guys and he couldn't call back. He said that time he just saw the missed call because at that time his phone was off because he has no data. He has no data, so you couldn't get across to that person. When you call through WhatsApp, even when your phone is not on, it will come back later and show you a missed call.
Yes, definitely. So unfortunate.
That's how you see sometimes when you celebrate governors who bring in people who are not who does not even know that they were it's a 22 years old person to become commissioner or whatever. It's deliberate. That kind of person will be telling them. They won't be able to give anything, any input. Their own will be yes sir, yes sir, yes sir. And that's the kind of thing they are looking for when you people will be praising the youngest commissioner. What you will not look at that commissioner and see what is in his head. What can he give? So that's what the governor is doing now. He will bring more women into the system. They will say Kwara State is the state with more women, women friendly. What are the women bringing to the table? Nothing. I'm not saying women are not good. I'm not saying women are not good. Though. I'm saying
gender equity. Gender equity is important.
Bringing a lot to the table.
She said that women bring a lot to the table.
Bringing a lot to the table.
I'm not generalizing. I say in my state, those in authority in my state.
Okay.
Showing that they can do. So I'm not saying there are no women. There are a lot of women who can do that, but they are picking who cannot bring anything to the table, who can be controlled anyhow. Somebody who does not even expect that he can become a principal of a school, now taking from a primary. I'm not saying it's bad. Taking from a primary school teacher to become a commissioner. Do you think that person who is not even a politician will challenge anybody? They will just say, let me just. That's what they are doing. That's what our governor is doing. They don't do meeting. There's no net meeting. They get instruction on WhatsApp. Some of the commissioners will tell you, I have not seen the governor for the past 6 months. Wow. So that is in our state, and that's why you see what you are seeing in our state. There's no coordination. There's no coordination. There's nobody in charge. The person in charge is just solo move, solo administrator.
All right, we hope for better days. We hope for better days, and it's very important that we talked about Kwara for a bit because of it's a very sensitive area that we think should contribute more than what it is doing right now to the state and equally to indigents of the state, both at home and those in the diaspora. So it's so very important that we talk about it and narrow it to Kwara State on this particular matter. But of course, we would be going on a quick break, and when we return, we have the conversation. Tinubu defies the tariffs. That in a beat is still Enterprise Morning. Please don't go anywhere. I was ready to take you. Thank you so very much for being back, and if you just joined us, this is still Enterprise Morning, reaching you from Enterprise Television. Let's head straight to our conversation for today. President Bola Tinubu has said Nigeria remains unshaken by U.S. President Donald J. Trump's new trade tariffs, including a 15% levy on Nigerian exports. Speaking during a visit from members of the Buhari Organization, Tinubu pointed to Nigeria's rising non-oil revenue, early achievement of its 2025 revenue target, and a more stable naira as signs of resilience.
Very well said. While energy exports like oil and gas are exempt, global trade tensions have affected demand, but Tinubu remains confident in the country's economic direction. The president also highlighted progress in agricultural reforms, especially a nationwide mechanization program aimed at improving food security. If we remove hunger, we have defeated poverty, he said, stressing that agriculture is key to Nigeria's recovery.
Very true. And despite the global impact of U.S. tariffs on the energy market, Tinubu believes local reforms will help Nigeria weather external pressure. Tinubu further reflected on the formation of the APC, recalling early disagreements with the late President Muhammad Buhari over the party's logo. While Buhari preferred parliamentary symbol, Tinubu insisted on broom, which was ultimately chosen to represent unity and the fight against corruption. The meeting, attended by key northern APC leaders, also hinted at preparation for the 2027 election. We still have Barrister Tunji Abdulhamid to take us on that particular story. Barrister Tunji, thank you so very much for hanging on.
Thank you for having me.
Barrister, I know we've talked a little bit about that, where you cited the president stating that he had, General Yakubu Gowon in the 70s, that we have more than enough money and we can spend it as much as we can. But we all know all of this are just, like you've often said, they're all proposals. It's not written anywhere, and Nigerians are not feeling it. What's your take on everything the president said?
Like I said earlier on, the president is just trying to make himself happy, and this is the reason why the country is what it is. Those in government don't tell themselves the truth. Their reality is not our reality. Their reality is paperwork. They are looking for, what they are looking for is GDP, statistics. What we are looking for is food. And on our tables, and how we are going to make money. As far as they are concerned, you can see why the government is behaving the way it's behaving and doing what they are doing, buying cars, buying houses, donating necessary money where it's not necessary. It's because it's because they believe that we have enough money now. And if we have enough money and Nigerians are not feeling it, how do I agree? that we have enough money in that regard. I think, and I've been saying it before now, even before now, yes, we have money in the country. It's not as if we don't have money. Even when they were telling us that if subsidy had not gone, the country would have been something else. I don't believe that. We have enough money on ground. At the time when they say subsidy is gone and we are facing difficulty, that was the time they bought private jets. That was the time they bought a SUV for 100 million plus for members of our National Assembly. So that is to tell you that there's money. What we are lacking is priority. The priority is about individuals. It's about them, not about the people. So the people's interest is not paramount in their mind. That's why you see what you are saying. It's not as if we don't have money before now. So if the president is now confirming that we now have excess money, then it shows that the government has no excuse again. Because the excuse before now is that we don't have money. Now that we know that we have enough money, I'm expecting that most of the things that are in the 2025 budget will be achieved without any complaint. I don't know why. I don't know how far they've gone with what is in the budget. If they've not done that, it's a shame that despite the fact that they were being told that we have enough money, they've not been able to meet their budget. What I'm expecting from the president is not only that they have enough money now. I'm expecting that the president will say, now that we are breaking in enough money, and that's why we're able to achieve this, we're able to achieve that, we are able to achieve this and that, and that's why we have covered 80% of our budget. I didn't hear that. The only thing I hear is that they've met their targets, and but I'm not seeing the reality on ground. For me, the reason why we are where we are again is because the reality of those in government is not our reality. The reality of the masses is different from the reality of the government, of those in government. Those in government don't see what you are seeing. The hardship you are seeing, they don't feel it. They only hear it, and they only know that you are talking about it. I don't think they believe in it. Some of them will tell you, how can somebody wake up and say he does not have a 50K in his pocket? That's their own reality. That's what they believe. They see it as, how can somebody who is a woman being who say he doesn't have 50,000 in a day? That's why they are thinking the way they are thinking, because they have access to free money. Most of the people in government today who are multi-billionaire cannot point to any job or any business that they are doing that gives them those billions or millions. Nigeria is a country where free money is useful and is beneficial to everybody, to few people. So for me, I think the government, in saying what they have said, they should match it with projects that have been done vis-a-vis the money, the excess revenue generated. Now that they have enough money, I will expect that as will be settled. I expect that our health center across Nigeria will be up to standard. I expect that facility in our universities will be upgraded. I expect that all the roads that we're complaining that are not good will be done, except they are saying that those are not in the budget for this year. Because if they are in the budget, that we have enough money to cover what the budget says. So what would be the reason why we're not meeting it? I think for me, I see it just a mere political statement, and I want to see the reality before I can give kudos to the government.
Well, we await the reality. Okay, let's bring it down to agriculture, which was also stated in the statement. Now, let me just ask you this question, Barrister. Is agriculture truly being reformed, or is mechanization just another buzzword without real impact on farmers in the villages? Do we really think that this agriculture is being reformed, that he rightly said in the statements, or is just mechanization just being a mere word without the real?
The government has been talking about farmers. They have not been saying what they are doing in reality. The people will say, because I know most people who are farmers are out of farm because of insecurity, and I'm not sure that insecurity is gone for them to have the confidence of going back to the farm. I know recently the president talked about providing children the mechanized what's it called? Is it something? A truck or farming equipment?
Tractors, about 2,000 tractors.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that those tractors are available now. I'm not
they
sure
are not actually.
So that's why the government made a pronouncement. I don't celebrate the pronouncement. I wait for the actualization of that pronouncement. The president, people who are clapping, people who are congratulating the president, were saying this is the way to go. Yet, you will not see anything thereafter, and nothing will happen. So for me, I only see those success in agriculture on paper. The reality is not showing so, and that's why if the reality is showing to that effect, you will see food sufficiency, and then the cost of a thing in the market will not be as it is. Things are on the high side, not because of anything, because they are not enough, and little people who have little with them are making the gain from it. So for me, the reality on ground, like I said earlier on, does not reflect what the government is talking about in terms of agriculture. Only a few people, emergency farmers, are the one benefiting now. When I say emergency farmer, I'm talking about politicians who now turn to farmer. Once the government focus in a particular area and they're talking about bringing money to that area, you see people who are not in that area becoming active in quotes on paper, on pages of newspaper and elsewhere or media as protecting themselves as a farmer and getting benefits from the government because of the access to the government. It's unfortunate that I am not seeing the effect of what the president is talking about regarding the gain in the agriculture. In fact, if you see what the president is talking about the fact that he are self-sufficient now. We still and we are still going abroad from one place to another, asking for foreign investors. We are not here in the country to do anything. So this is contradictory, as far as I'm concerned. It's contradictory. It does not reflect what is on ground. What they are saying is just a mere information on paper that does not show the actual situation on ground.
Yes, Barrister, this statement by President Bola Tinubu, it's gradually becoming a personal thing to him. Like he feels everyone is his grandchild, and therefore, as a grandfather, he can do whatever he feels. Before the election of 1999, prior to the general election that time, that was when the renewed hope actually started, because I watched some of the videos during his campaign where he promised renewed hope for Lagosians in 1999. From 1999 to 2007, people didn't experience anything that he had done. And now he's the president. He has carried over the renewed hope personality to the presidency today. So do we still expect the same thing that Lagosians expected or saw from 1999 to 2007 going forward currently?
One area that the president and his crew are good in is propaganda. They know how to use media. They know how to use you see people who talks about the president turning Lagos to something else. If you ask them now to name 3 or 5 major things that was a legacy or things that have been done by the president in that regard, they would struggle to give it to you. Yet they will be talking about the president making turning Lagos into London or US or whatever, or building it. You see, you say the president see himself as grandfather. Of course, you will see himself as grandfather. What do you call him? You people will call and say president is the father of the nation. So when you call somebody the father of the nation, if he's not taking himself like that, has he done anything bad? And I've been saying it that the president, those appointed to lead us, cannot be our father. They cannot be. That's why you see the first lady or the wife of the president will go somewhere and say mother of the nation. How can it be mother of the nation? They are servants. The president is a servant of the nation, serving us. So how can somebody who's serving us be our father? So when you call them father of the nation, they see themselves as that, and that's how they see whenever they make any decision or say anything. They don't expect you as father of the old. Father of the old. They don't give any position, whether right or wrong. You can't
dispute it. Very true.
Yes. So that's why they are behaving in that manner, seeing themselves in that regard. That look, we are the fathers of this nation. We are the owner. You say somebody is the father. That means he's the head. He's the owner at that time. So for me, I don't blame the president for carrying himself as a grandfather or see himself as a. You can see the president said it. A Miloka. I've done this. I've done that. I made Buhari the president. Individual now make any people president in Nigeria now. People don't vote. It's only one person that can do it. So for me, I don't blame the president for that. I blame us. As long as we continue to use the adjective father of the nation to qualify those or father of the state to qualify those in government or see them as our leader rather than a servant, then they will continue to behave in such manner and in such way. It's unfortunate that we're in Nigeria. That can only happen in Nigeria, not in the country where rule of law prevails.
But Barrister, do you think these people who gathered themselves from Katsina to see the president are a little bit hypocritical? Because even before they left from Katsina to Abuja, we saw from the Daily Trust newspaper that some thugs actually went there to disallow them from moving. And of course, they saw themselves or found themselves in Abuja. So do you think that these people are just there to appease to the president, knowing that in their hearts they are actually not with him?
Now, how do you know they are not with him? How do you know they are not with him? They are playing their own politics. They are with him. They are not what if you say they knowing that they are not working for the people? They are working for their own interest. The visit is not for you people. It's not for the people of Katsina State or whatever. It's for what they will benefit. They are trying to project themselves now. A second time is coming. Some of them want to play a role, and they want to be recognized. So they need to be there. And in our Nigerian politics, sacrifice play a lot of benefit for you. When if you know how to do sacrifice, you can go a long way in our Nigerian politics. If you know how to deceive people, manipulate, that is the kind of thing we support in our country when it comes to election. We don't. If you are those who want to play it by the rule, are not. The people would say they don't know how to play politics. So if you are playing by the rule, you are not. You are a learner. You are a JJC. You don't know how to play it. So if you know how to manipulate, how to destroy, then you'll be praised as being the master strategy, or as being the #1 politician who can determine whatever you can get results, no matter how. So that's the kind of thing we encourage in our country. So like I said, I will not blame them. I'll blame people. As long as we arrogate those power that they don't have to them, and they continue to see themselves as that. So those who have come from Katsina to go and face the president, they are merely positioning themselves for benefits, not for people. So they don't care what to say. And that's why whenever they get there, what they sing is a mandate and the support for the president. And again, you can see the president has said he's doing well. And he has made more money for us. We now have excess money. I just expect that excess money will be in the society now. People will now have money to do whatever they want to do. And more projects will now be on grant. Now that there is no excuse, thank God, there will be no excuse again that we are not able to achieve because we don't have money. The president has not said that they've exceeded their target for this year. So having exceeded their target, people will want to join being that kind of a train to be able to benefit from it.
But Barrister, I would love you to help us. I know you are not a soothsayer, but I would love you to help us get into the minds of politicians, especially Nigerian politicians who have deliberately refused to see the handwriting on the wall. Historically, we've seen politicians in Nigeria who have refused to heed to the truth and what they have seen at the end of the day. Why is it difficult for President Bola Tinubu to understand that all of the things going on around him, there are lots of sycophants who are not even interested in whatever he becomes, but interested in themselves? Why is it difficult for our politicians to understand that people are really not what they are or what they seem to be?
Who told you they don't understand it? In as long as it's giving them the result they are looking for, is in line. If it's only people who are working in the interest of the people that will consider what we are saying. As long as what they are saying is in line with his interests and what he's achieving, what he want to achieve, he doesn't see anything bad in it. In fact, he'll be happy with them. And he wants people that will come and say and sing his praises. And as long as you are doing that, he makes him happy. He makes him happy. And you see that. So for me, it is you people outside that they see it as sacrifice. They see it as loyalty and respect for people who can play politics very well. So and a vote of confidence that he's doing the right thing. So it's not your. I said it. Your reality is not the reality of those in politics or in power. You have two different agenda. So it's when the agenda is about people that those things you are talking about will matter. What the agenda is not about people, it's about winning election. It's about gaining power. So if what they are doing is what will make him win election, why will they query it? So it's about winning election, and it's not about governance. Nigerian policy is not about governance. It's about winning election. That's why you see they will know. But even people who are praising the president will not say he's a master strategy in governance. They will say it's a political strategist. A master strategist in politics. So they will not tell you about governance. So they don't care about governance. What they care about is politics. Winning election. Take it, grab it, run away with it. You are a master planner. That is the way it is. And it's happy. And those who will be able to work in that regard will be considered as a friend. And people who love the president. So you must align with their interests if you want to go with them. And that's what they want to hear. They love people who deceive them. It's not. I didn't even believe that the people are deceiving them. The people who want to tell them what they want to hear. So people are not deceiving them. People are just playing along because it's about Nigerian money. It's about our Commonwealth, and they want to also be part of it. They want to share in the cake. And if you want to share in the cake, you must be learned. You must not say the truth. Once you begin to say the truth, even if you are the best friend of the president, the moment you start saying the truth, even people outside will see you as enemy. They will tell you, this man is not a friend, though. Do away with him. So, and if you want to continue with your friendship, you want to continue to benefit, you continue to sing the praises, even when there's no praises to be sing. There's nothing to be praised. So that is the reality in our land.
Well,
It's unfortunate.
Okay, well, this is Nigeria where some people see the truth and they try to hide away from the truth, even if they see that it's too glaring.
They call it diplomacy. That you don't think the way it is. You plan around it so that you'll be able to achieve your aim. You see, I've learned there's a WhatsApp group in my community that I normally argue and contribute. And I realize that my own contribution is based on my own thinking. Well, I now realize that the thinking of those people who are contributing is not my own. I'm talking about generality of people. They are talking about selfish interest. Because when we go up and down, they want to go and position yourself and benefit. So now I realize, okay, no wonder we are not in the same page. You are thinking about what will benefit you, and not what will benefit everybody. So he wants to because one will say people are gaining from this government. You must go and position yourself so that you'll be able to benefit. So once they are benefit, the country is good and it's better.
I mean, that's
the country we are.
To some people, that's the wrong way to go, because it is clear to your eyes that okay, this thing, just like what Barrister said, diplomacy. Okay, this term diplomacy is something that should not even be called, that should not even be included in anything, probably anything you're doing as a politician, or maybe, well, I feel that even Barrister, even in politics, like you said, this word diplomacy too is always in the agenda, and sometimes I just feel that this politics, sometimes it could be emotionally, like a politician can actually emotionally blackmail an ordinary person if they really want to get something.
If you are a politician who is always plain and say things the way they are, if you are in a group where they don't appreciate that, you will not go far. Once at a meeting and they see you being critical about their position, the next time you will not see yourself there. You will find.
Okay.
All right. Barrister, are you still there? Okay, I think we lost him there. Of course, yes, he has made this point, and we truly do appreciate it. And as part of the things President Bola Tinubu told his guests, he said that they should not allow anyone deceive them.
Yeah.
He should not allow anyone deceive them, that the nation is on track, that he knows where the nation is going to, that at this point no one needs a Cardoso to access foreign exchange. You just go there and you get it for 1,500 naira. He quickly forgot that he met it at 700 naira in the parallel market and 400 naira official market. But today he's telling us that he has stabilized it at 1,500 naira. Very so sad, and Nigerians would have no choice but to, live with what we have created for ourselves, unfortunately. Thank you so very much, Barrister. We truly do appreciate you for your time. And that's just about the time we have. I'd love to say thank you for making this a date. Please do well to visit us. You can find us at enterprisetvnews.com. You may equally like, comment, and follow us on all our social media platforms at Enterprise TV7. I am Henry Gwibike.
And I am Kehinde Bodrin.
On behalf of the entire team of Enterprise Television, thank you so much very, well, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.